Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to just catch up. I decided to turn the camera on and just have a very open, honest conversation with my amazing community. I do gab a lot in this video. I apologize for the length of it. I've already went through 2 batteries filming it, so God help me editing this because I just gabbed. And I gabbed and gabbed and gabbed. I opened up about a lot of things going on, and it's just a fun kind of chit chat, kind of catching up with me. I know a lot of you guys have reached out, checking on me, saying how I'm doing, what's going on, because I've done a lot of like the disappearing act. I know. And I felt like it would be good to just turn the camera on and just have a very open, honest conversation. I love this community and I value your friendship and your support. And I'm just an open book, you guys. Sometimes I'm a little too honest. My husband always like nudges me like that you're sharing too much. Like sometimes, you know, when we're in a group of people, he's like, did you have to say? I'm a very open, honest person. I am. Sometimes a little too honest, but it's just who I am. A lot of things have happened in the last several months. A lot of updates on where I've been and why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling. So I figured let's just turn the camera on and let's just chat. And I apologize in advance for the length of the video because it's going to be a long ass video. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. It's very hard for me to do things like do my makeup and talk and try to articulate what I'm trying to say. I get sidetracked. I have a very hard time multitasking. I swear you guys, when I was in my like early 20s and I had 2 kids running around, I was the best multitasker. I could talk to my mother-in-law on the phone for 4 or 5 hours, carry on a full conversation, clean my house, take care of my kids, fold my laundry, do all my things. I can't do that now. No way. 5-all chance in hell that's happening now. I don't know what happened, but as I got older, I am terrible at multitasking. So every single time I would get into a story, I'd stop my makeup process. So that's the reason why this video is so long. And I apologize. I'm just not very good at this. But if you guys hang in for the entire time, I appreciate it. And now this is becoming a very long intro, and I didn't intend it to be that, but I guess it's that kind of a day. And I will leave a link to all the products that I use in today's video down in the description box down below, along with a pinned comment, so you guys can find that information easy. And let's go ahead and jump into it. We have so much to talk about. I wanted to kind of play with a bunch of new makeup that I've ordered, some that have been sent to me in PR, and just kind of have like a fun little chit chat, update you on the crazy world of Lynn, I tell ya. Let's go ahead and apply the new Patrick Ta foundation. I've been wanting to do a video on this for so long. I also have the new stick foundation from Dior. So even though I haven't been filming, that does not mean that it has stopped me from buying, which, yeah, I really do not need to buy more makeup, but anyway. I have 2 shades in the Patrick Ta foundation. I have 11 and 14. Right? Is that 14? Yeah, 14. They're both golden undertones. So I'm just going to do a swatch here on my face and kind of show you guys what they look like. 11 is a little light for me. Like once I blend it out, I'm like, oh, I look a little, you know how when you put on a foundation that's a little bit too light, it kind of washes you out. That's kind of what 11 does to me. So that's 14. So this is 11 and this is 14. They're both golden undertones. And I would say the 14 is a little too golden. It's got too much yellow to it. And 11 is a little bit too light. So recently I've just been kind of mixing the 2 shades together and it works well. But if you use me as a shade reference, I'm sorry that was no help. So I'm just going to dip my brush into it. See how those 2 shades together. Now, I don't have any fake tan on my face. I typically never put fake tan on my face. I put it on my body, but not my face. So just FYI. And I would say those 2 shades together blends really well together on me. The thing that I will say about this foundation, few things. Now, I like it. If you have dry skin, you might really love this foundation because it is definitely dewy. It has that dewy finish to it. But the one thing that I don't like about it is that it's a slipper and slider. Like it slips and slides, and I have to be careful when I wear it. For me, it needs to match my natural complexion perfectly because it does slip and slide. It feels like it kind of never sets down. And because of that, it needs to match my natural skin so that as it slips and slides throughout the day, it's not that noticeable. The other thing I will say is that this is a foundation that I have to push into the skin with a sponge because it does have that dewy texture to it. It's one of those that you really need to push it in and make sure that it's pushed into the skin well, because it will set on top of the skin. It's one of those. The one thing that I wish the foundation had is a little bit more coverage, because you can see now that I have kind of pushed the foundation into the skin. I need to add a second layer. That's the thing that I don't like about the foundation. It claims to have a nice medium coverage from the jump. It does if you use a brush only, but I can't use a brush only because this is a foundation that shows brush strokes, especially if you use a dirty brush. So this is a clean, brand new brush. So I may not have needed to use the sponge to kind of push it into the skin. It shows the brush strokes, so I have to go in with the sponge. And when I use a sponge, it removes some of the foundation that's setting on the skin, and then you lose half the coverage. So like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with the foundation. I like it, but I don't really think it's like revolutionary in any way. And I don't really feel like this is a foundation for everyone. That's the thing about this foundation too, is you do have to be careful with how much you use. Because it sets on the skin. It's not really one that kind of melts into your skin and kind of stays put. It will kind of set there. And I do set it with powder. So it is a foundation that needs to be set. Did I just go over my brows? I totally did. And I just colored my brows, so they're a little dark for me right now, but they'll fade. I just did it last night. So I'm just going to build up the coverage a little bit here in like my, this is kind of my area where I like the coverage. But see, that's the thing, is every single time I go over it with a sponge, it just picks it right back up. I think this foundation is perfect for those who have dry skin and those who like a light coverage. If that is kind of your jam, you will probably really love this foundation. For those of you who are like me and you want a medium coverage, but you like the finish of this because it does have that really pretty kind of shine to it. It does. I recommend going over with a concealer first and kind of spot concealing, then going in with this foundation, because you don't want to use a lot of this foundation all in one area. It doesn't wear good throughout the day, and it's not a foundation that, in my opinion, layers well. So with that said, I would recommend going in with a light layer of coverage of concealer. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to take the Haus Labs concealer, and I'm just going to go, like, you can see this kind of redness and some of this hyperpigmentation that I want to cover. I'm just going to put a light layer of this on first. See how I did a light layer? And I'm kind of covering up a little bit of those areas first. So now I'm just going to take the smallest amount and just go over everything and kind of blend the foundation and the concealer and my skin kind of all together and kind of make it all one, Now, if you do it like that, it's really pretty. Just a light, even layer of the foundation, really pretty. But if you get too heavy-handed like I did on this side, it just doesn't look good throughout the day. Okay, so brows are done. Let's go ahead and move on to concealer. So I think you guys have known since the very beginning, I've always been a really big fan of Victoria Beckham Beauty. I love her palettes, love her lip liners, her Posh lip sticks. Well, I guess that's what they are, like a lip balm lipstick. They're lipstick, I guess. Her eyeliners, like her bronzer, so many amazing products. Love. So when I saw that she was launching a new concealer, I was just beyond excited. So I went ahead and ordered it. Now, it's pricey. This is made with Augustinus Bader, so they collaborated, so it's a little pricey because it has some skincare in it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's kind of in the same packaging as the YSL Touche Éclat, you know, the little click pens. The only difference is the cap on the Victoria Beckham Beauty is a little bigger. The YSL has 2.5 mils. And the Victoria Beckham Beauty has 2.4, okay? So they're very, very similar. They have 16 shades, and they're very inclusive shades, I will say. Very inclusive. When I was going through the shades, I felt like the medium shades looked maybe a little too dark for me to wear as a concealer. So I ordered the shade LM1, which is light medium 1. That's the shade. That's light medium 1. You can kind of see how it blended into my hand. I would say that this is more of a medium shade, not a light medium shade. So I just was a little bit frustrated because I really wanted to try it. And then now it's past the 30 days for me to send it back. So I can't really send it back. Let me show you guys what it looks like next to, okay, this is Haus Labs 30 Medium Peach. And this is a medium, not a light medium shade from Haus Labs. So that's Haus Labs in 30 medium, not light medium, medium. And this is the Victoria Beckham Beauty in light medium. So it's dark. Just know that going into it, that the shades are much darker than you think they're gonna be. Let me just show you guys what it looks like. A glob right here. That's kind of the concealer that's not blended with the skincare. I mean, don't get me wrong. Once you put it on, it all kind of blends together, but it's just something to take note of. Anyway, it is a pretty concealer. It does a great job of coverage. Like, you do get nice coverage. And because it has that serum inside the concealer, it blends well over wrinkles and stuff. But do I think it's worth that heavy price point? No, unless you're somebody that really likes expensive skincare in your makeup. The concealer is really pretty. And if you like the Augustinus Bader kind of aspect of the concealer, like it's mixed with a good skincare line, then it's probably right up your alley. I would just know that the shades run a little bit dark, darker than I was expecting, but it does lay really pretty in wrinkles. I will say that, especially under the eyes with like that thinner skin, it does look really good over wrinkles. So it all depends on if it's something that you want to spend that much money on, right? If you don't really care about the Augustinus Bader part of it, then I wouldn't spend that much money on it. That's just my opinion. It's a very expensive concealer pen. And it just all depends on what your preferences are. So that's kind of where I'll leave it. While I was on the website, I did grab the contour pen. This has been out for a while. And I also got this, which I can't read that. Are you kidding me? There's no flipping way. I can't read these small prints of stuff. It's called the Posh Balm. And I got it in the shade Fleur, I don't know, Fleur, I don't know. It's nice. I like it. It's a little click. It's nice. Is it worth $32? I don't know. I would probably prefer their actual lip. This one. This one in the shade Posh is my favorite. Is this Posh? Pout. Why am I saying Posh? It's called Pout, you guys. My bad. This one I love, and I am completely out of it. This is all I got left. This is my personal favorite. I love me some Pout. It is like the perfect pink. I would recommend getting the actual lipstick over the balm. That's just my opinion. I kind of regret buying the balm, to be honest with you. I do. So these are called the Contour Stylus, and I got it in the shade Sandstone. It's a little small. It is. It's a little small, you guys. So for those of you guys who have the Caviar sticks from Laura Mercier, which I absolutely love, in the shade Cocoa, love, 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 they're the same size. Just for those of you that want to know the size, they're not very big. and they're quite pricey. But I'll use it so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm just gonna put some here. It's really easy to draw because it is small, but you just don't get that much for the money. You know, you don't. But it does blend out really good, I will say. Okay, so now that we've talked a lot about makeup, let's jump into my crazy life. Oh, you guys, oh my gosh. Okay, the last time we did a Get Ready With Me, I told you guys that I was going through some things. Mentally, emotionally. I was just not really in the best headspace, which is the reason why I kind of took a break from YouTube, because it was really hard for me to be kind of fake. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a fake person. It's very hard for me to fake it. I don't want to come on my channel and just be like a huge Debbie Downer, right? I've been going through it. I really have. We put our house up for sale. We're still selling it. The market is so bizarre right now. Like, the market is weird and the economy is weird, right? Like, everything is just really weird right now. And we put our house up for sale because we do want to move to Florida. My husband's from there. His family's there. You know, his mom is going to be 88, I think, this year. And he wants to be close to her in these last years of her life, which I totally don't blame him, because she's such a lovely lady. Like, I am very, very blessed to have a fabulous mother-in-law. Okay. I was blessed because she is incredible, kind hearted. I mean, just the sweetest person. And with us being empty nesters, we just thought, do we need this house? No. Let's just sell it. And we were thinking about buying an RV and kind of going on the road and just having a great time. We've had a few offers on the house, a few deals that have gone through, and I knew something was going on with me. I need to continue doing makeup, you guys, because I could sit here and talk for days. Armani Beauty sent over 3 shades of their new Luminous Silk blushes. These are called the Cheek Tints, and I have 3 shades. So I'm going to show them to you while I'm continuing to tell you my life. So in the midst of putting our home in the market, kind of having a lot of ups and downs with that, you know how it is when you're selling a house. It always has to be show ready, and we had a lot of showings, and then it was kind of blah for a while, and then we had some offers and we went under contract, and it's been such an up and down BS road. Like, it's been not very, you guys know how it is when you put your house up for sale. It's not fun. In the midst of all of this, I knew some things were going on with me, which is what I explained to you guys the last time I come on camera. I was like, something is going on with me. Like, I don't feel genuinely happy. Like, it was really hard for me to just smile and just have a good day. Most of the time, you guys, I was waking up feeling lethargic, not sleeping. I mean, I was lucky this past year. I am lucky to get 4 hours of sleep, like literally. And I'm not somebody that functions well on 4 hours of sleep. So I'm not sleeping. I'm not always in the best mood. Just kind of up and down roller coaster is what it's been for me. And it's very hard for me to, like I said, come on camera and be fake. And you guys, that is one thing about me. I am not fake and phony. I know a lot of people are on this platform, but that is not me. Let me just show you guys what these shades are. 41 is Flaming Red. So that's Flaming Red. So this shade right here, 62, which is Delicate Mauve. And then we have 50.5 right here on the end, which is Rosy Peach. I think I want to try the Rosy Peach. I do. It's a really pretty shade. So I knew that things were going on with me mentally. My husband was just kind of like, wow, like, you know, what's going on with you? And honestly, I was thinking like maybe selling the house and moving to Florida would kind of get me out of my funk. I just didn't know why I was in a funk. And that was the last thing I told you guys in my Get Ready With Me. I was just like, I'm in a funk and I can't explain why. Well, little did I know, I'm going through full-blown menopause. So there's that. I just turned 45 this year. And I did not know I was going through menopause. And the reason for that is I had a hysterectomy back in Well, I don't know what year it was. I was like 36, 37. So I haven't had a period for years, which has been bliss, by the way. But I had severe endometriosis, and finally they were like, look, let's just take all your stuff and let's be done with it. Now, they did leave one ovary. So I have one ovary on my left side. They had to take the right ovary because the endometriosis had kind of destroyed the right ovary. So they did tell me I might go into early menopause, but you guys, this was like 8, 7, 8, 9 years ago. I never in my right mind thought at 45 I was going through menopause, and it didn't hit me until I started getting hot flashes. So it started with in a funk, okay? Sad all the time, not knowing why. Little bit on that depression side. No sleep. Oh, that was horrendous. Like the no sleeping, I felt delirious every single day. Low libido. I mean, I could just go on, but it never dawned on me. It never went clink, clink until, because I don't have a period. Now, if my period stopped, then I'd be like, oh, you know, that's what it is. But because I haven't had a period in so long, I didn't know. So I go get my blood work done in August, and they were like, hey, so you're in full-blown menopause. And I will say I was relieved, because at least there was a reason why I was feeling the way I was feeling. But then I was also like, what? Hold on. I'm 45. What? Like, you guys, when I tell you it hit me like a ton of bricks, it just was like, poof, you're in menopause. And I'm good with it now, you guys. I can totally laugh about it, and it is what it is. But in the beginning, when I first found out last month, I was like, well, damn. Okay. So of course, my regular practitioner, you know, your primary care was like, you'll be fine. Just, you know, deal with it until, you know, your hormones level out and you get through your postmenopause. I'm like, oh, groovy. Meanwhile, I'm getting no sleep. I'm having hot flashes. I am not happy most of the time. I'm not having sex because I don't feel like it. Like, you guys, it was just, they just basically say, tough shit, right? Deal with it. I go to Timeless Medical Spa. They're in South Ogden, Utah. And I've been going to them for probably 12 years now, okay? For Botox, facial treatments, that kind of thing. And recently, I would say maybe in the last 2 years, they started doing hormone therapy. So they went and did a blood work that was very extensive, right? It wasn't just like the baseline. It was like, they're going to test you for everything. And they did. Lots of vials, which almost made me pass out, but that's okay. And I was low in B12, vitamin D. I was low in testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, like the whole thing. I was low in all of it. And she was like, I'm not surprised you're feeling like you're feeling. And I was like, it feels good to have just like that validation that there is something going on. Now, here's the thing. I've known that I've been low in testosterone for a long time. I need to do my makeup. Holy shit. I knew that I was low in testosterone. And I've had testosterone therapy, but nothing to do with estrogen or progesterone, okay? Nothing. I've never went down that route. So this was a surprise to me. It was. And that's pretty. It's very light, but it's really natural and pretty, isn't it? I like that. And so she's like, you know what? I don't really want to put you on testosterone right away. I feel like let's tackle the low progesterone and let's tackle the low estrogen and see how you feel. So I went on a bioidentical progesterone and estrogen treatment. And it's been probably 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm like a completely different person, you guys. And there's a funny story with that, which we have to say how pretty that is. I mean, it's shiny and pretty. It is really pretty. I have to say, it's very natural and very pretty. So she told me, you know, take the estrogen in a day and take the progesterone at night. So I got my medicine, which it was so funny. My husband picked it up for me because they have to make it at the pharmacy. So it took a couple days to get it. And so my husband was in town. And so he's like, hey, do you want me to run and grab your hormones? And I said, sure. So I'm giving him the address, blah, 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 like making sure he knows where to go and where the pharmacy is. And I texted him. I was like, hey, so were you able to get the hormones? And he goes, I got the hormones and the bag smells like sex. Like he was thrilled. He was thrilled. Leave it up to a man to make it all about that, right? Anyway, so he really wants me to get fixed. Let me just tell you. He's like, please, for the love of God, fix her. So I took it that night. But the next day, I had to get my hair colored. And the night I took the estrogen, you guys, I slept the entire night. Like I didn't wake up. I went to bed at like 11 and I woke up at 8 the next morning and I was like, who the hell am I? I had the best night's sleep. And I didn't realize that the progesterone helps you sleep. I didn't know that. So I go in to get my hair done and we're chit-chatting and so I'm telling them that, you know, I'm in menopause and this has been like a breakthrough for me. And I said, you know, last night was the first night I took progesterone. And the girl that colors my hair, and her name's Jackie, she's like, oh, did you have like the best sleep of your life? And I was like, wait, yes, I did. What's up with that? And she's like, I don't know, but that stuff is like, I took it one time and it was like the best sleep I've ever had. And she's so right. Since I've been on it, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I go right back to sleep. Before, I would go to sleep at like 11 and I'd wake up at 3 and I'd be awake till like 6 a.m. It was absolute misery. And then I was just like a zombie all day. So needless to say, I've been on it for probably like 2 weeks now and I can already see a difference. I am resting. I'm not having the hot flashes I was having. Like truly, when I filmed this palette, so this is the golden palette, okay? I bought this palette, I filmed with it. I haven't edited that video. If you guys want me to put up that video, let me know. I have it filmed. I just haven't put it up. I did a ton of swatches. If you guys are interested, let me know and I'll put that video up. I know it's been out for a couple months, but when I filmed that video, I had to open the window. Like I was searching for air because these lights with hot flashes, I felt like my makeup was melting. I was like, oh, I can't breathe. And I'm in the basement with air conditioning. It's cool down here. It's a good like 67 degrees down here. These lights and hot flashes are not friends. When I filmed that video, I was like, I can't film because I get so uncomfortable and I'm so hot. And then I start sweating and my makeup looks gross on camera. You guys, it was crazy. I'm going to put this on. I got to keep putting my makeup on or this is going to be a 45-minute video. And I apologize for that, you guys. So this is the Chantecaille Sunstone Real Bronze. I love this new bronzer. I love this bronzer from Chantecaille. I think it was their summer collection. Absolutely obsessed with this bronzer. It's so beautiful. So I'm just going to put some here on my cheek and just kind of warm the skin up a little bit. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's so natural and so pretty. I also love the blush from that collection as well. I don't know if I've talked about it. Maybe I have. You guys can see I've been using the crap out of it. It's a beautiful blush that kind of just melts into the skin. It's like, it's not like a lot of powder. And I know I just applied a lot of blush, but I'm going to calm it down. Shit, Tara. Oh my God. Okay, I need to put some powder on because I have just completely... I'm going to use some of this translucent setting powder from Mercier, the Blur. Love this powder. But anyway, to not ramble on, I'm in menopause, I'm getting treatment, and I'm slowly feeling better and better. It's like every day I feel much better. And I'm so happy because I'm happy to know that like there was something wrong with me. Like I am not just losing my mind. Don't get me wrong. I had a hard time after my grandma died. I did. I miss her so much. I miss calling her and her saying, oh, T, oh, Gad. That's what she'd say all the time. Oh, Gad, T, thank you so much for calling me. I love you so much. Like she was just one of those that you could like pick up the phone and you immediately feel love. And like, you know, That's what you get from grandparents, right? You get that love that like, you get that love. And I miss her. I do. I miss her a lot. Losing my grandfather was really, really hard on me. And I don't even want to talk about that because I won't finish this video. Because he and I were the closest we were like thick as thieves. And losing him, she kind of helped me through that because I still had her, right? I still had her to kind of hold on to. But then when I lost her, it was like, that whole part of my life is over with. Like, going to their house, I just feel so empty. And so my point with all of that is, I knew that my grandmother's death affected me, but I knew there was more going on that I wasn't understanding. And going through menopause never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind. So yeah, I was a little bit surprised. I'll just say that. Full blown. It wasn't like I was pre-menopause or whatever the term is. I am in full-blown menopause. Bioidentical progesterone and the bioidentical estrogen has helped, and needless to say, I'm feeling much better. Okay, so I need to put on some highlighters. Let's talk about these from Hindash. They were kind enough to send this to me in PR, and I haven't even tried them on yet, and I'm so excited. So these are called the Gradient Highlighters, and this one is Dynasty. Look at how gorgeous that is. I'm all shaky. I think I had too much coffee today, you guys. I'm not a caffeine person, and I've been drinking the iced coffee, and it makes me a little nutty, but ooh, that's such a beautiful highlighter. I love how it has the beautiful undertones. Look at that. Gorgeous highlighters. This one is Luna. This is a Lilac Moon Pearl. This is how frick? Luna. And this is the Lilac Moon Pearl. Okay, what's this one? Dynasty is a pink champagne shimmer. So let's swatch this one, which is the Luna. That's a very unique name that I am obviously struggling with. That's gorgeous. Oh, these are beautiful Hindash. And then we have Peak Heat, which is a bronze radiance. Oh, look at that gorgeousness. So beautiful. This on a dark complexion, that on a deeper complexion, gorgeous. For me, I am going to apply this one, the Dynasty. Okay, so this is a pretty highlighter, you guys. This is a pretty highlighter. It's very, very soft, and it's not super, it's very soft. It's not glittery. It's not too much. It's just really pretty. I need to change my battery already on my camera, which means that this is going to be a very long video. And I am apologizing. Oh, crap. I did not want it to be a very long video of me just blabbing your brains out. Let me change the battery. So Makeup Forever sent this over. This is the Artist to Go. This one's in the shade 600 Anywhere Caffeine. Perfect fall tones. I mean, look at that. Now, I have that, and I also have the new Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. They sent this over to me in PR, and I've already used it. I've used it a few times. Beautiful tones, and I think I'll use this because this palette kind of goes with the Free People sweater I'm wearing. So that's what that's what we're gonna do. I had something happen to me recently that we believe the hormones have kind of like played a role in it. In all the 45 years I've been alive, I've never experienced this. And I had no idea what it was, and it scared the crap out of me. I was alone. My husband had the dogs with him, and I literally almost drove myself to the hospital because I was so scared. Was in the bathtub. It was in the middle of the day. I was taking a day bath. My husband just had left. He took all the dogs for a ride. I was watching The Housewives on my phone. And I always watch the closed captioning, like I always have the closed captioning on just so that I can understand what they're saying, because sometimes they talk so fast, I don't understand what they're saying. So anyway, in the sentence, I couldn't read the first word. And I was like, what was going on? Like, I can't read it. And then I would look at their eyes, and one of the eyes I couldn't see. It was really, really weird. Then it started to grow, and it was a circle, okay? It was a circle in my vision. And as the circle grew, okay, it kept growing and growing. And as the circle grew, it had this inside the circle, okay? So inside the circle were these little triangles that had these like flashing lights inside the circle. And it went on for like an hour. And then it finally kind of made its way out and kind of got big enough, I guess. It got big enough and kind of went this way. In all my years, I was like, what is going on? And so then of course, what do? You jump on stupid Google, and then Google scares the hell out of you because you got to go to the emergency room right now because you got a detached retina, or, I mean, there's so many things that Google says that freaks me out. So I went to the eye doctor. Of course, I called them and left this like panicked message. I'm sure the girl on the other phone was like, this lady is flipping nuts, because I called and I was like, look, like this is going on and I don't know what to do. Should I go to... I felt really bad for that lady. I told her that when I made the appointment. She called me on Monday and she's like, hey, if you can come in, let's just come in. I said, I am sorry. I left that message in a panic. She's like, it's fine. I'm like, sure. Okay. It's not fine. I was an idiot. But anyway, she was very, very nice. So I went in on Monday and I had... And, she checked my eyes, checked my retina and all that. Everything was good. But I had an ocular migraine and I've never had that before. And that can be caused by several things. Changes in your blood pressure. I was in the tub. Maybe I got overheated. I just don't know. But she said, changes to hormones. And I was like, well, I just started hormone therapy. And she's like, that's probably what did it. Okay, I'm going to go into, I got to do my makeup. I'm going to be here for days. I'm going to go into the shade Hustle. This one right here. I should not have drank that coffee, or my hands are so shaky. I don't drink caffeine very often. In fact, I don't drink a lot of soda. I don't. And my hands are so shaky. It's driving me crazy. I put some eyeliner up on my waterline to kind of help the lashes kind of blend into, and these lashes are really old. I've had them on for, I don't know. It's probably been a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now. I don't know. It's been a while since I've had these lashes on. So anyway, okay. So I'm going to go into the shade Hustle. The other thing I've been dealing with is my Shih Tzu, who I've had for 15 years. She is nearly blind. She started going blind, I would say, like the last year. And it's so hard to watch your elderly dog like decline. And I feel so bad for her because I have a 9-year-old German Shepherd, a 4-year-old Golden Retriever, and a 2-year-old Bernedoodle. And my German Shepherd is very mellow. Like, she's senior now, so she's really mellow. My Bernedoodle, not so much, okay? Not so much. But I feel bad for my Shih Tzu because she's going blind, and it's really hard for her. And the other dogs are very good to her, but they startle her, like they'll come up on her and she'll get kind of like, when I let her out, I would say she's not fully blind. Okay, she's not fully blind, but she is, I would say 80% blind. And she's struggling, and I feel really bad for her. So I took her to the vet in July, had all of her, I hate it when my camera does that. Took her to the vet in July, had all of her blood work, and she had a full... And she's in perfect health. Her kidneys were a little off, but other than that, just something to kind of keep an eye on. But she's in great health, but she's going blind, and it's a struggle because she's adjusting to going blind. I'm adjusting to her being blind, and the other dogs are kind of like, she's little, and she's got 3 big dogs around her. Oh, it's just been a summer of crazy, I'll tell you. Summer of craziness around these parts, but we're getting through it, and we'll see. The house is still up for sale. I don't know what's going to happen. My husband's like, Tara, I don't know that I want to move. maybe it's best that we wait until after the election to move anyway, and maybe he's right. Like, election years are crazy, like just crazy. And this year has been nuts. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. My husband's just ready to retire. He's ready to retire. And so we'll just kind of see what happens, you guys. I'm going to go into the shade Buck, this one right here. Gosh, I'm so shaky, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's really hard to do your eye makeup being shaky like this. So anyway, between my hormones and selling the house and the dog going blind and my grandma dying, like 2024 has been a very eventful year. It really, really has. And so we'll just see. I am ready to start our new life. I'm ready to move and, you guys, I hate the winter here. I hate the winters. Where I live is very beautiful. I will say that. People come from all over the world and stay where I live. It's kind of a destination town. It's kind of like a miniature Park City, And it is a beautiful valley. It is. And the winters are hard. I don't know that I can live in this, 8 feet of snow stuff anymore. I can't. And I told my husband, I said, if we had an RV, we could travel. We could chase the good weather. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. And I would love to film traveling. I would love to do kind of, get righties with me in the RV. I would love to maybe post content of my husband and I traveling. That would be so fun for me. And so I don't know what the future holds for us. I'm gonna keep the house on the market until the right buyer comes around. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. My eyeshadow is a hot mess because I am a shaky lunatic, but we're gonna make it work, y'all. I'm just gonna do it. I mean, look at my hand. Oh my gosh. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to put this video up. Holy crap. It's so long. I have been gabbing your guys' heads off and my hand's all shaky because I had too much coffee because I don't drink coffee. This video may or may not go up. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Sometimes you just, I'm just who I am. I'm a hot mess today and it is what it is. We all have those days. My hands were fine until I think the caffeine hit me or something. Maybe my body fully digested it. I don't know. But the last 20 minutes ago, all of a sudden I just started going, woo, and my hands are really shaky, a little bit more shaky than I like. But anywho, I guess the eyeshadow doesn't look, the eyeshadow I guess doesn't look too bad. Oh my hell, I'm nuts today. Calling it a day on this eyeshadow because I'm going to make a bigger mess of it than I already have. Here's the thing. If you go back to my last Get Ready With Me, and I was kind of telling you guys what I was feeling, I read a few comments that said, you might want to get your hormones checked. And I was like, I'm 44. And at the time, I'm like, I'm 44. Are you kidding me? My hormones are good. I knew I was low in testosterone, but the last time I had my hormones tested, my progesterone and estrogen were exactly where they were supposed to be. I wasn't even I skipped the perimenopause stage. I was like, I'm fine. It can be that. Yeah. So, hello, meet Tara in denial over here. I was in denial. I just did not want to say at 44, 45 that I was going through menopause. When I talked to the hormone specialist, she told me it's very common. She says, you're definitely not the only one at 45 who is in full-blown menopause. She said it's becoming more and more common as time has gone on, that women are going into menopause early. And she said, now you're a little different because you only had one ovary. And I think your ovary just finally just gave up. I'm going to put this lip pencil on. I'm obsessed with the shade Rosewood. This is the Caviar lip liners from Mercier. Obsessed with the shade. Oh, and it lasts. It's such a beautiful lip liner. Let's see if I can draw this line with my shaky hands. Put this on. This is from Valentino. I can't read that. See, this is, I don't know what the color is. Writing is even small with my readers on, so I'll put it down here at the bottom of the screen because I have no idea what the color is. It's one that you can use as a blush and a lip. I don't like it as a blush. Do not like this as a blush. But I do love it as a lippy. So this is the final makeup look. The best I could do was shaky hands on the eyes. I just didn't want to take it too far because I probably would have had eyeshadow in my hair. Anyway, so that's this is going to be like one of my longest videos, and I apologize for that. I'm a gabber, and when I start gabbing, I'm not very good at multitasking. I can't do like my makeup and like tell something, like say something and get into a story at the same time. So I apologize for the length of this video. I really do. If you're still here, I love you. Thank you so much for your guys' support. And I'm going to come back. I'm slowly getting back into the groove of things. The holidays are coming. I'm feeling good, feeling so much better. And I just appreciate your guys' love and patience. And I get so many messages from you guys saying, I miss you. How are you? I'm just checking on you. All of that means so much to me. And it's just, I love it. And I love you guys so much. And I love your support. And I'm really, really happy. I am. You know, I think things get muddled in social media land where you see a lot of like judgy, nasty comments to people and da-da-da. Like, I don't get that here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get nasty comments. But I'm saying that like my community is just a place of just pure love and just I'm so grateful for that. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being a very supportive community and have allowed me to kind of take the space that I needed. Now, I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be back full time, but I am going to definitely start uploading more because I do miss this platform. I do miss this community and I'm starting to feel better. So hallelujah. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.